Welcome back, everybody. This is Mike over at Triple D, and today we are over at Epcot. We are here because Carla was fortunate enough to score an annual pass holder preview of Remy's Ratatouille adventure. So we got to ride the ride on our most recent trip, and we thought we'd take you guys along so you can see the ride, actually see the whole area of the pavilion. Real quick before we get to that, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. We put content out like this every week. And if you find it helpful, useful, make sure you're subscribed, hit the notifications button so you can get notified when we have new content out. Now to get to Remy's, you're going to walk down this little path. You're going to see the topiary here of Remy, which we've seen at prior flower and garden festivals, but it looks like he's kind of out permanently now. But you'll go underneath this little covered awning with the sign, says opening 2021, which at this point it's going to open in a few days. But you'll walk down this path, and you'll be on the back side of the France Pavilion where you still see the lovely French sort of architecture and street look that the pavilion is wonderfully known for. And then you'll kind of keep walking down. You'll notice you'll kind of parallel the Skyliner line, and you'll come here and you'll kind of make your left around the corner, and the entire pavilion sort of opens up to this beautiful French street where you've got a souvenir shop, as you can see on the left, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. And then you've got a Creperie, which is new on your right. Again, we'll talk about here in a minute. And you continue walking down the street, essentially, until you get to the entrance to Ratatouille, which you can kind of start to see the sign right there. But it's a nice little French street. Now, before we go into the ride, we did want to show you this really fun little fountain that's out here. It's a nice little touch that you can kind of look at, and we're going to get a little closer and look at some of the details here in 1 second, but it's really beautiful. So if you notice here, the little kind of fountain head over here spitting out is a mouse. And then on top of the fountain is Remy with his chef's hat and a cooking spoon. So fun little touches on the fountain here in the new part of the park. Okay, but enough of that. Let's go inside of Remy's Ratatouille adventure. So you'll see this is kind of what the entryway looks like. You'll notice that the Fast Pass sign was still up at this time. Eventually they'll put the lightning lane in, I guess. You see a little bit of Chef Skinner, the baddie from the movie, if you want to call him that. But the queue is a little bit of a fake out. You go inside and immediately hook a U-turn like we did right here, and you go right back outside. A little bit of the queue is out from undercover, so you don't have any shade or any sort of shielding from the elements. You can see the fountain right here, but eventually you will get to it. But here's a look kind of going back towards the crowd where you can kind of see where you're out from undercover. You can actually see Gusto up there on the top of the building. He'll show up again in the queue here in a little bit, so you'll have an idea of kind of, you know, there's lots of characters incorporated into this, I guess. Now, once you get out of the kind of uncovered section of the queue, this is what the main covered section looks like. It's kind of nice little ironwork throughout in here. I will say the queue is well covered. So it'll help kind of keep you out of the elements if it's not a terrible line. You can see up in here, you got a meal and Remy, a little bit of cheese and a faux Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, that's definitely a piece, but add anybody else except for me.
Well, you've come to the right place. Everyone knows the best food in the world is made here in Paris. And tonight, the toast of the town, Chef Remy, will prepare you a culinary masterpiece. Anyone can cook, but no one cooks like Chef Remy.
Now, what you just saw is one of the main kind of holding areas of the queue for Ratatouille. We didn't stay for all of them, but apparently Gusto does have 3 different sort of pre-recorded animations that he does, including one where he takes the 2 pots and makes a bit of a hidden Mickey with them. He puts them up above his ears. We didn't actually stay for all of them. Just kind of depends on how pressed for time you are. But if you want to hang out, there are 3 different recordings and things that he does where you can kind of listen to him chat, so to speak. Next up, you'll move into these little rooms and corridors that have a lot of artwork in them. They serve two purposes, one to entertain you, but that little screen right there you can see animation on is actually directions on how to get in and out of the ride vehicle and sort of, what you need to do. There are actually a couple of hidden Mickeys in here. One is like paint splatter that's really hard to see, but down in the bottom right of this corner right here, that little piece of artwork down underneath the table, there's actually a hidden Mickey right there. You kind of got to zoom in and enhance, so to speak, to see it. It's pretty quick. But then you see more artwork as you kind of move through the halls. The one thing I would say about these halls is they are a bit tight, so if you really want social distancing right now, you may want to wait on this ride till you're more comfortable with tight quarters. Now this is a ride that has a bit of screen in it, and so there are 3D glasses that go with it. So make sure you get some glasses. And so here's the boarding area. There's the ride vehicles going by. You'll notice the second row is actually higher up than the first row of the ride vehicles, so you won't necessarily get blocked out from others. So the kids can actually sit in the back. And this is a trackless ride. There is no track on the ground. I'm not sure how well you can see that, but no track is just like Rise of the Resistance. Hopefully it doesn't break down as much as Rise of the Resistance sometimes does. So you notice some of the cars are brown, some of them are gray, so I guess that some of the cars are meal, some of them are designed to be Remy. I'm not 100% sure about that. I mean, there's even dark brown ones, so maybe they're just all different mice. Oh, here's our car. And we go. We'll be back in 1 second. And we're off.
Venez, suivez-moi, je vous prie. Chef Remy is waiting for you. This way. Qu'attendez-vous? Oh, here they are, Remy. Les invités pour le dîner.
Yes, but what to prepare? Hein? Pour le repas idéal? Encore un? No. A simple omelet? Too simple. What? Mais oui, that's it! Poussez-vous de là!
Cette nourriture est pour nos invités, pas pour vous. Hey guys, the food is for them, not you.
Everything must be perfect! Et tout est en salle! Oui, what are you doing? Que manigancez-vous?
That was wet. Uh-oh. Oh. It's a little warm.
serez toujours les bienvenus chez Remy. À bientôt et bon appétit. Oui, non?
That is the ride. We'll talk a little bit more about it when we get back outside. Okay, so we're back outside now, and just a real quick initial summary. We really enjoyed the ride. Just some of the videos we had seen beforehand didn't do it justice. We'll have some more detailed thoughts at the end of the video. We're going to kind of keep going through the pavilion, but definitely a worthy ride. In front of a little kind of, I think, faux store. The Chateau Ego wine. That's the bad guy.
I think so. The food reviewer.
Yeah.
Gusto anchovies.
Now, you may not have heard that, but this shop is dedicated to Ego, who is the food critic from Ratatouille, the movie. And these bottles of wine that were down here that we were just showing pictures of are each dated 2007, 2014, and 2021, which represent significant milestones, I guess. The 2007 is when the Ratatouille movie came out. 2014 is when the ride opened at Disneyland Paris, and then obviously 2021 is when the ride opened at Epcot. And here are the Remy ears that you can now get in this little nook of the France Pavilion at Epcot. If you're looking for a Chef Remy's hat, they got him here at the little merchandise booth. A couple of the ride vehicles down there as well, if that's what you want. And Anna is getting some merch herself. Oh, they've actually got a plush Remy. And a little sweatshirt. And Remy with cheese. And then this. Oh, you're showing it off? You're getting both of them?
Yep.
Okay.
And this, and look.
Are you sure about this? They won't talk.
Oh, well.
He talks in French and English.
Oh, nice.
She looked at the hat.
I have got to teach you about food.
Oh, I can hear that. So he won't talk because he doesn't have batteries or something?
No, it's got the battery protector thing.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That one was cold.
Gotcha.
It says different things.
Yeah.
So there's an idea of the merch you can find here. And here at the new section of the France Pavilion, you'll find Le Creperie de Paris, which is a new crepe restaurant. They actually closed down the old crepe booth that used to be in the front of the France Pavilion and have opened this up. So I think we're going to try and go here in a little bit and have some crepes for a little snack. And of course, wouldn't you know it, when we tried to go to the Creperie, it was closed, and it was closed for the day. Again, this is a preview event for pass holders, DVC, and that sort of stuff. So I guess they were only running it for a limited sort of set of hours during our time there, and we could not get in. So we didn't get to have it, but, you know, something for us to come back and try. But we have seen other reviews, and it has looked very good. Now, for what we thought about the ride itself, it was actually really enjoyable. No, it's not some headliner thrill ride like Everest or anything like that, but it's a solid ride. It's going to be great for people like Anna and to some degree Elsa, although Elsa does like thrill rides these days. But it's a good middle-of-the-road ride. You can take lots of kids on. They have fun. It definitely moved a bit more than I thought. I didn't realize the floor was going to move in some cases. There's water that kind of comes shooting out here and there. The 3D glasses didn't really bother me. Carla can be motion sick sometimes, and this ride didn't really bother her either, so it's a good, solid ride. Definitely something that the Epcot park needed because it just didn't have enough attractions, frankly. So definitely a ride that we'll be back to ride and kind of catch on our next trip. So with that, I think we're going to wrap things up. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure you share this with people you think might find it useful. You got any questions about the new ride or the pavilion? Leave a comment down in the comment section below. We answer questions all the time. And we will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.